What is going on, boys and girls, he's and she's, days and it's? It's your boy Keegan. I'm back with another banger. Today we're going to be jumping in to the top 10 all-time NBA perimeter defenders. I'm going to be breaking down the first 5 on this list, and then we're going to do a part 2, depending on if you guys like, share, or subscribe to any of this stuff. All right? Diving in to number 5 all-time. In my opinion, we have Kawaii Leonard. Now, you may ask me, what is it that Kawaii Leonard does that makes him such a great defender, Keegan? The wingspan, the hand size, the claw, his left to right lateral quickness, his ability to anticipate where the ball handler is going to be moving, his strength, his core strength. He's a very strong guy. And when you mix the quickness of the feet with the work ethic, the hand size, the wingspan, and like I said, just the anticipation. I mean, great defenders can always anticipate. And that includes big men for another video that are great at anticipating blocks. Kawaii Leonard is a one-on-one lockdown monster. He might have to be higher on this list, but for right now, I'm going to be putting Kawaii Leonard top 5 all-time, number 5. Coming in at number 4, the Worm, Dennis Rodman. Now, a lot of people know Rodman for his crazy hair, his antics off the court, and being a part of that, big time Bulls team, being a part of that documentary about Michael Jordan. But what they don't know is he was on Detroit first. This kid was like a stallion. He's extremely strong and he rebounds with the best. But what's most underrated about Rodman's game was his defense. Why is Rodman top 5 for me on defense? Because he could guard 1 through 5. He's got the same lateral quickness that we talk about when we're talking about a Kawaii Leonard. He can pop out on the point guard. He can pop out on John Stockton and give him a nightmare. Then he can switch off on a pick and roll and switch over and try to guard Hakeem Olajuwon. There are very few defenders that are that good on the perimeter and that good on the block. Dennis Rodman might be one of the only players that makes top 5 block defenders and perimeter defenders, and that's why he's number 4 for me. Coming in at number 3, we have Michael the GOAT Jordan. Michael Jordan's blocking, the way that he was able to block big men, guards, wings, it didn't matter. The way he was able to protect the rim, it reminded me a lot of LeBron James, who in my opinion is a top 2 all-time defender. But sticking to Michael Jordan, it was really unfair on the Bulls because they had Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and Michael Jordan, 3 of the top 5 greatest defenders, perimeter defenders of all time. And like I said, for a 2 guard to be able to block shots and the way that he played perimeter defense, Kawaii Leonard is almost like a clone. If you want to know what made Michael Jordan so great on the defensive end, just go watch some Kawaii Leonard tape, then mirror them on a Michael Jordan tape. And the only difference you're going to see is Michael Jordan's going to have more blocks. Michael Jordan worked hard. He used his athleticism. So many NBA players could be better defenders if they used their athleticism and gave effort. Everybody wants to score. Not everybody wants to win. Michael Jordan wanted to win. He got down. He got dirty. He got physical. He defended like his life depended on it every trip down the floor. Coming in at number 3, Michael Jordan. Coming in at number 2, the greatest point guard defender of all time. And tied for number 2, Gary the Glove Payton. Gary Payton, the nickname the Glove, would swarm you. Left to right, he's on your hip. You're not getting him off your hip. Being a smaller guy, he was very strong for his size. And again, when we talk about anticipation, if you watch the defensive highlights, the way Gary Payton played lanes, the way he was able to get his hands and disrupt ball handlers on the perimeter, the way he was able to work hard, give all the effort he could, he truly made those Seattle teams great. Gary Payton is by far the greatest point guard, defensive point guard of all time, and arguably, in my opinion, top 3 perimeter defender of all time. I believe Gary Payton has the most all defensive teams. Guys, I'm not talking about a lot of stats here. I'm talking about the eye test. I'm talking about when I turn on highlights, what do I see? Just because Gary Payton has the most all defensive teams doesn't mean that I'm going to say that he's the best defender. No, he is the best. He is the second best perimeter defender of all time. You're not going to find really anybody greater besides Scottie Pippen. When we talk about Michael Jordan and that Bulls team, just Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Horace Grant, those guys were that type of defense. I mean, it's just not right. Now, I want you to imagine Michael Jordan with a longer wingspan, taller, and stronger. That's what Scottie Pippen was. Scottie Pippen was an absolute dog defensively. Someone's going off, Scottie, go get him. Someone's getting off on the block, Scottie, go get him. Somebody's lighting us up from 3, Scottie, go get him. Charles Barkley's dropping 40, Scottie, go get him. Scottie Pippen was the most versatile defender the NBA has ever seen, and it's not even close. Guys, these are my top 5 all-time perimeter defenders. Honorable mentions, LeBron James should be in here. I don't know 100% where to put him. He might end up being number 6. So you have LeBron James in here as an honorable mention. I'll probably be doing a part 2, so don't freak out. Okay? LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul. We got some really... Tony Battier. There's some names. Tony Allen. Or Shane Battier, Tony Allen. Tony Battier. That'd be the craziest defensive mix ever. Tony Allen and Shane Battier together. And this is only perimeter defenders, guys. We have the big men coming up very soon. Guys, I appreciate anybody who's liking and sharing and subscribing. I just want to say thank you, man. I love talking basketball. I don't mind if you disagree with me. Feel free to argue with me in the comments. I really don't care. These are my top 5 defenders, perimeter defenders of all time. We have the other 5 coming in part 2. Please like, share, subscribe. It's your boy Keegan. I'll see you guys next time.